Well, hello, Providence Financial friends and family. Anthony Siccaro here, founder and president of Providence Financial and Insurance Services located in Woodland Hills, California. Also an estate planning attorney and host of the Providence Financial Retirement Show, which airs every Saturday and Sunday on AM KNX 1070. And every now and then I will do a video when I have something that I want to share with you or give you a quick market update or anything else that I think is important. And this is one of those videos, and this is going to be a very exciting video because I want to take them a minute and announce a new initiative that we're going to be doing that you all need to be aware of. And let me give you a little bit of background first. Recently, and when I say recently, I mean a couple of years ago, we received a 5-star Google review from a couple who I spent some time talking about at our recent client appreciation event. And if you were at that event, you know how much fun we had. We had a casino theme. We got to play with fake money all night. And of course, I got to spend some time with you. And I spent, about a half hour or so talking with you guys for those of you that were there. And you know how much fun you had. But I announced this initiative there, and now I want to announce it to you. So if you were there, this is just going to be a reiteration of what we had talked about. And if you weren't there, then of course this is the first time you're going to be hearing it. But let me set the stage. Several years ago, we got a 5-star review from Tom and Jane, who I highlighted at our client appreciation event. And he really said a lot of glowing things. He talked a lot about peace of mind. He talked about the fact that he's not worried about his money. He doesn't have to worry about selling assets. And he ended that 5-star review with, after meeting Anthony, it was a breath of fresh air. And the entire conversation that I had with those of you who attended the client appreciation event is that what we really provide is the peace of mind and stress-free that you deserve to feel in your retirement. That's what we provide. It's not about assets. It's not about how big your portfolio is. It's not even about the income. Now you hear me say, wait, it's not about the income? It's not about the income other than to the extent that the income helps you have the stress-free retirement that you deserve. I talk to people every day. People call us off our radio show, my podcast. They've read the book. They see me on TV. People are worried. People are scared about retirement. Statistics showed recently in the last couple of years that the number one fear of retiree today is no longer the fear of death. It's the fear of running out of money before death. People are out there worried, and the government and everything going on with politics and the president and trade wars and tariffs, none of that is helping people have the peace of mind in retirement. And when I read Tom and Jane's Google review from a few years ago, it just reminded me that what we really do is help you have a retirement that's stress-free because you know you have income coming in and you know you have us to help you navigate the world of retirement so that you don't have to wake up every morning looking at CNBC, looking at your statement. You don't have to be afraid to look at your statement because we've got your back. That's what we do here at Providence Financial. Now, I also know that you probably have a lot of friends that don't have the same peace of mind that you do because you have us. And in some ways, we are almost your secret weapon. The reason you have the confidence and clarity in retirement that you have is because you have us, a firm that specializes in retirement. That's all we do, help people retire. We've helped you retire, and we've got thousands of people ahead of us to still help. And yet you have a lot of friends that don't have that peace of mind that you have because they don't have us. Now, granted, I also know that many of you don't talk with your friends about money. You would have no way of knowing whether or not they have any concerns about their retirement because that's just not the conversation that generally comes up. You're not talking about money. You may have an idea as how they're doing, of course, but they're probably not going to share the concerns that you no longer have. I mean, think about that for you. Think about your situation before you met us. Did you really, did you share some of the things you were afraid of and confide in others about your fears and your worries about retirement? Probably not. So you probably have friends out there and family out there who are like you, retired, close to retirement, who have the same fears that you used to have before meeting us, and yet they don't know about us. We're your secret weapon. And funny thing is I had someone call me a few weeks ago and asked, hey, Anthony, are you taking referrals because we have someone we want to refer to you? And I, in all fairness, I cringed, because of course we're taking referrals. And for someone to ask if we're taking referrals, to me, that means we're not putting out that message properly. So, matter of fact, referrals are so important to us. I'm going to share a number with you that you're going to have a hard time believing, but very true number. And that is, year to date, 48% of our revenue has come from either you adding more money to your accounts or you referring others to us. 48%. And to think that someone out there is thinking that, we might not take referrals means that we've just done a horrible job in sharing that to you. And when it comes to referrals, I owe all of you who have ever given us a referral and introduced us to your friends or family, and there's a lot of you, I owe you guys an apology. And the reason that I owe you an apology is because I've treated referrals very lightly. It's not been intentional. We love them. But I've had times where I'll be sitting in my office and, or meeting with a client, and someone will say, well, we referred you so-and-so. And I don't know. We haven't kept track of it. That's horrible. That's shameful on my part. So if you've referred us to someone, and I haven't said thank you, then, that's my bad. So what I've done though is because that's such a big deal to me, is I've taken that, what I'm going to say used to be a weakness, that side of the coin, and I've flipped the coin over. Because just as weak as we had been with referrals and asking for referrals, we've never asked for referrals that I remember, not in a strict, in kind of a methodical way. And that might be why you think that maybe we're not taking referrals. We've just never asked. So as weak as we've been on the referral side, we're going to turn that coin over. And we've created a referral club that we're going to launch, or that we launched at our last client appreciation event just a short while ago, a few days ago. And that we're going to call it the Providence Premier Club. And this is an exciting club, especially for those of you that have friends and family you think that we could help. So let me tell you about this Providence Premier Club. First of all, it's going to be an exclusive club that you can decide if you want to join. And the only thing you need to do really is introduce us to one of your friends or family members who you think we can help. We're not looking for the 30 or 40-year-old child that's trying to get out of debt, right? That's not our market. We're not looking for, someone who we can help. Who are the type of people that we help? People just like you. People that have worries about retirement. They got questions about retirement. Their pieces are all scattered. They don't really know what retirement looks like. They're worried about running out of money. They have questions about, can they retire? Or if they're already retired, can they stay retired? And retirement's a very scary thing to a lot of people. Those are the type of people that we help. And you've got a lot of friends that fit that category. And if you introduce us to one of your friends who you think we can help, someone who maybe you chat with and tell them a little bit about us and your experience with us, and someone that wants to meet us, and you introduce them to us, you become part of the club, part of the Providence Premier Club. So what do you get? Well, there's 3 things that you're going to get as a result of being a part of this club, the PPC, Providence Premier Club. There's 3 things you get. First of all, you're going to get a welcome box right away. And we call it a box. I don't even know what to call it. It's not a box. It's a box, but it's going to be exclusive. You're going to want this box. Just the box is impressive. It's not an Amazon box with a smile. You're going to get a nice customized box. But just as important as the box is going to be what's inside the box. There's going to be some goodies in there. If you came to our client appreciation event, you saw what those goodies are. If you didn't, I'm going to leave it for your imagination. But let's just say that when you open that box, you're going to go, wow. And that's what we want. We want that wow experience when you open that box. Why? Because you thought enough of your friends and family. You cared enough about them. You want them to have the peace of mind that you have, and you trusted us enough to introduce them to us. So for that, you're going to get this box. You're going to get all the goodies in it. That's number 1. The second thing is every 6 months, we're going to do a Providence Premier Club exclusive event. Our client appreciation event that we just did is for everybody. It's a thank you for being a client. But our Providence Premier Club is going to be just for those individuals who trust us enough to help their friends have the same confidence and clarity that you have. And when you introduce us to someone and that individual has a phone call with one of our advisors, that's all that needs to happen. And we have a phone call with one of our advisors, then you're going to become part of the club and you're going to be invited to this exclusive event that we're going to do once every 6 months. So the club's going to run every 6 months. What kind of events are we talking about? Well, we've tossed out a lot of things. We've tossed out renting a suite at Dodger Stadium. Although I think with the 2 world championships, the price of the suites are probably going to go through the roof. But either way, we're going to, maybe it's not Dodgers, maybe it's the Kings, Los Angeles Kings, maybe it's a Clippers or Lakers game. We talked about renting or chartering a yacht off of Marina Del Rey. Maybe everyone goes to dinner one night. We have do something like that. Maybe we rent out an Amtrak car. If you haven't, my wife and I and the family, as a matter of fact, recently took, I think it was Amtrak, all the way from Simi Valley, where we live, up to Carpinteria. It goes to Santa Barbara. Easy trip, fun, views on the ocean, tables inside, and maybe we rent out a whole car just for us. Maybe we go to Santa Anita racetracks. Maybe we just have a nice dinner at a nice exclusive restaurant, rent out the private room, and have a magician come in or a comedian come in and just entertain us. Fun stuff, just to thank you for, again, caring enough about your friends and being willing to introduce them to us so we might be able to help them. It's just a thank you. Whereas before we were horrible at thanking you, I want to become much better at thanking you. And this is a way that we've decided to do it, something we've been working on for 6 months. So the first thing is you're going to get that box and all the goodies in it. The second thing is you're going to get invited to that event every 6 months. And I should say every 6 months that you introduce us to someone. So 6 months by 6 months. And if some of you are thinking about multiple people that now that I'm asking that you could refer to us. And if you come up with 3 or 4 people you want to introduce us to, then for every person you introduce us to, you'll belong to that club for every 6 months thereafter. So you introduce us to 4 people and essentially you'll be part of that club for the next 2 years. And you'll be invited to all those events for the next 2 years. So you get the box, you get invited to the event. The third thing that you're going to get is you're going to get entered into a raffle that is just going to be the PPC Club members. You're going to get entered into a raffle for a $2,000 gift card to a Ritz-Carlton or one of their affiliated hotels. I know Four Seasons is, I think, owned by or affiliated with Ritz. These are nice hotels. And a $2,000 gift card, depending on when you go, that might give you 3 or 4 nights at a nice Ritz-Carlton, nice little vacation. Or if you want to go up to any Four Seasons and get a spa package, you don't even have to spend the night. You can just go just go pamper yourself. But you're going to be entitled. You're going to be qualified for these 3 things. You're going to get that nice box with all the goodies. You're going to get nice box. You're going to get the invited to the trip. My brain went there for a second. You're going to get invited every 6 months to our exclusive event, whatever that is, and you'll get a raffle for that trip. You'll get entered in a raffle, and we're going to give one of those away every 6 months. So that's it. That's what I wanted to take some time and just share with you. It's exciting for us. It's probably exciting for you. I've just opened the doors for you to have some conversation with your friends. And it's not hard. It's just a simple asking them, have you set up your retirement? I'm an estate planning attorney, right? That's always a very easy question. Have you set up your wills and trusts? A lot of people have just procrastinated on that. And when you enter that question and you just share your experience with us and you just, find out if it's something that they're interested in, it's yes or no. I mean, it's pretty simple. You could refer them to our website. You could refer them to my radio show. Been on the radio for more than a dozen years. They could listen. If they want us to send if they want us to send them a free copy of my book, More Life Than Money, we'll send it to them absolutely free of charge, no cost, no obligation. My promise is we're not going to embarrass you. Think about how you felt after we met, after we talked. Chances are you felt pretty good. I would certainly hope that would be the case. And if that's not the case, and you don't, if there's some reason that you're thinking here, I would, that you wouldn't refer us for some reason. Let me know. I'd certainly want to know, especially if we've let you down somewhere. And I know some people are just uncomfortable referring. If that's you, then that's fine. But I also know that some people want to refer us and we've just never asked. And you're the ones that we're looking for at this moment. But If you want us to send them a copy of the book, you can send an email to us, give us their address, we'll mail the book. We can send the book to you. You could give it to them if you see them every week on a weekly basis at church or play cards or whatever. I don't care how you do it. But I want to put that out there. So I am now launching the Providence Premier Club. And I've got one more piece of good news for you. And that is that we've gone back and we're looking at who's referred us since 2025. Who's referred someone to us since 2025. So we know who you are, and we have a list of every one of you that have referred us to someone in 2025, and you are going to be our inaugural club members. So within a week, you're going to be getting an email from us letting you know, hey, you're a part of the PPC Club. Congratulations. And you're going to be invited to our first event. It's going to be sometime around February or March, not sure when, but somewhere there. And you're going to be invited to that event. Now, for those of you that have not yet referred us to someone, you have until the end of the year. As long as we have a conversation with this person by the end of the year, the person you think we might be able to help, as long as we have a conversation by the end of the year, then you too will be invited to the Providence Premier Club. The bottom line, it's going to be a small club. It's going to be an exclusive club. We're not looking to have hundreds of people. We do that at our client appreciation event. This might just be 20 or 30 people. That's where we want to keep it. And so it gives us a chance to get to know you more. I'm going to be on every trip that we do. A couple of my leaders will be on every trip. We're just going to have a lot of fun. Give us a chance to get to know you. If your referral, if that person actually becomes a client, they get to go with you. They get to go with you. So that's exciting, right? Refer them to us. We get to help them have the same peace of mind that you have. And then now they get to go with you on one of these fun events. Oh my gosh. It's going to be a lot of fun. So I'm excited to announce this. For those of you that already qualify, congratulations. You'll be receiving an email from us by the end of the week. If you think you've qualified, but you didn't receive an email from us within a week, let us know. Again, we've been bad at keeping referrals. So let us know, and we'll go verify that. And if you qualify, we want you there. We appreciate your thoughts, your referrals, your introductions, and that's why we've created the Providence Premier Club. And you have the ability to join the club, and I would invite you to do that. Please feel free to reach out if you have any questions. Otherwise, thank you for your trust in Providence. Thank you for your trust in me, and God bless.